Good afternoon everyone, and welcome back to yet another wintry camp. So it's going to get down to about -2 degrees tonight. We're going to be in the half peak Lavoo, so we're going to be down low to the ground, so we're going to be quite close to the fire to keep us warm. We're going to be cooking up a stew tonight, so we're going to be using the cook pot, which I haven't used now for a long time, so it'll be good to get some use out of that. But all in all, it's going to be a really chilled night, so let's get into the woods and we'll see you very soon. Right, so as you can probably see now, we're all set up, and to be honest with you, it's definitely a one-man thing. I've just had a look at if I can probably potentially put my kit in at the back, but yeah, it's quite a tight squeeze. It's definitely a low-profile type of stealth camp if you was to use them. What I've got in my hands at the moment though is a tripod that I've used once before, but if I remember last time, I struggled with it because of the ground, because it being so damp on the ground that it just kept digging in, and I couldn't put my pot on. So I'm going to give it another go today, see if it works this time, and if it doesn't, then I'll probably look at making one myself. But yeah, it's quite a nice day to be fair. It's quite, I mean, it's warmed up a little. In car it were about 3 degrees, so it's definitely warmed up a little since, but I come here quite often to test kit out, and to be fair, it's quite a lot of people here, which is really nice to see. To be fair, a lot of networking, a lot of meeting other people like-minded, and yeah, it's nice to see. To be fair, right, so I'm just gonna bring it up to the camera. So I've just got 3 tripod legs, and I think I'm missing something in here as well. There we are. So all we do is we connect the 3 here. Right, so as you can see there, they just screw into that. Originally I was doing it upside down. Just put that one up for. Now the pot I'm using is massive, so I think that was another part of the issue when I last used it, but we'll give it another trial and we'll go from there. I'm hoping to get the drone up as well later, which will be nice. Right, so before it gets dark, I'm going to get the drone out real quick and get some aerial shots, as well as get a few shots looking down onto camp as well. We're going to start running out of daylight soon, so we'll get some wood prep sorted. I do have a bit more in the car as well if I need it, but I've got a bag of logs and I'm just going to pick up some of the dead standing stuff inside this wood block. But yeah, I should probably start now, really, get that all prepped. I think what I'm going to do as well is, I'm not sure if you've seen it, but I'm going to make some of the Outdoor Boys bread as well. I'm going to do that with a bit of honey and butter as well. Now I'm not sure whether to do that today or do it in the morning for breakfast, so I'm just contemplating what to do at the minute. More than likely it's going to be a breakfast thing, because I don't think I've brought anything for breakfast anyways. So yeah, but look forward to seeing some of that and how to do that as well. I'm actually going to make another video on how to do that and what you need to do. So what I'll do is I'll link it into this video a little, but I'll make another video, only a 5-minute video, so just on actually doing it as well in the morning. So that is the plan. We'll get it done in the morning. Right, so what we have here is a nice bit of birch. So as you can probably see, the bark itself is starting to peel. So we're going to use that to get the fire going today. Now I've got some firelighters with me, but I thought while there's natural firelighting material, we might as well give it a go and keep the skills up. But all we're doing is, let me just get that into focus, is peeling the bits that are ready to be peeled, as you can see here. And we're just going to gather a nice handful of them, and then we're going to put that on top of this bit of bark here as well, and then we'll get the ferro rod out and we'll get the fire going. I'll also talk about how I get the fire going as well, and the method I tend to use most of the time. But yeah, I'll peel a load of this off and then I'll bring you back shortly. So before we get the fire going, I just want to show you how I tend to get the fire lit and how easily it is as well. So all I've done is I've gone around the area and I've just acquired 3 thicknesses of sticks. So I've gone for really like a large bunch of really thin and fine sticks here. I will bring it closer very soon. So I'll get a nice good handful of them, and then what we do is we then go a next size up with another handful of a bit more thicker sticks now. So we've gone from really thin to a bit more thicker, to then we go for another thickness of sticks as well. So in hindsight, we've got 3 bits of sticks. We've got a really thin handful, we've got a medium sized handful, then we've got the larger kind of sticks to go on top, and that more than likely tends to get the fire going pretty easy. In fact, on my last camp that I did when it was snowing, we got the fire lit pretty, I mean almost didn't get it lit, but using just the fundamentals that I've just gone through there, that's how I always get the fire lit. So then what I've got is a bark full of birch bark strips. So all I do is I crunch them up and almost just go around in a bit of a circle, get the fibres going, so then when you get the ferro rod out and strike it, it catches alight pretty quick. So that's what I tend to use. Birch bark's brilliant for it. I use it quite often. If not, I have a bit of fluff that I use as well. So instead of birch bark, I'll use a bit of fluff, and that catches on one strike. Before I do get the fire lit as well, I just want to talk to you real quickly about the base. I'll also show you that as well. And luckily enough, people have left a bit of wood in here. So all I've done is I built that up and I built a base. So when the fire does start to burn, the bottom layer will also burn with it, and you'll get a bigger, better and quicker bed of coals as well. So yeah, I'll show you it now, and then we'll get it lit, and I'll show you it all in the process. So all I've gone and done is collected a bit more birch bark, so it'll last a little bit longer when it burns. There we are. See how quick that catches. Just make sure it's all alight before we start chucking things on. It's starting to go now. Now the key thing here is to not suffocate it. So just take your time, place someone if you have to, but make sure you don't suffocate the actual fire. Otherwise you've got to go back to starting from the whole process again, finding your small sticks, getting your tinder, everything else like that. So the key thing is to just take your time with this bit, not rush it. Now there's just one thing I want to know as well, just while that's burning away, is your ferro rod, whether that's in your sheath or it's separate, it's round your neck or anything like that. Just make sure once you finish with it, it's very important that you put it away, because there's been a few times where I've actually lost a couple of them, and you see it all the time, you see it on videos, and something so easy like that is just, like I say, your main focus at the time is getting the fire going, getting it lit, especially when you're cold, you're wet and you're hungry. You know, so you'll use your ferro rod, you'll put it down to the side, and then you'll miss it, and then before you know it, you've packed away, you're enjoying the fire, and you have no idea where your ferro rod is if you require it again. So yeah, so key thing to note on that is if it's on a sheath or it's round your neck, once you've used it, put it back on your neck, put it in your pocket, put it on your sheath. Just, yeah, little things like that. So easy to do, and it'll happen to us all. Now, the last tip, get yourself one of these little straw things are banging. Just like you've just seen then, you probably thought I had dragon breath, but no, I am. Instead of going close to it and getting smoke in your face and inhaling it home, these are just a handy bit of kit. Another tip, and the last tip, get yourself one of these. So I think before we start talking about what's going to be on the agenda for tea tonight, as you're all aware anyways, it's going to be a stew. Before we start getting that prepped and showing you what's going in the stew, I'm going to have a bit of chocolate. I've not had these for a while, Galaxy counters, so I'm just going to grind a couple of these, have some like cracker biscuit things. I've just put on a lot more wood. Some of that wood in there is a bit damp as well. Well, it's burning alright to be fair. So I'll keep that going now. I've got a bit of wood just to the right hand side of the camera that I'll put on soon. And then I've got a load of wood in the car as well that I'll bring down as well. But I'm not out all morning. So need 5 minutes now just to chill out. I think what I'm going to do as well is make a quick cup of tea while the fire's going. I've got the jet boil, so that's pretty handy. But yeah, man, is it good to get back out. If you haven't seen already, I was out on the Peak District. Was it last weekend before? And man, what a camp that were. I'll link it at the end of this video if you haven't seen it yet. But it were magnificent to wake up for the first time in a long time, just surrounded and covered in snow. Yeah, we got stuck for a while, but we made do, worked together, we all got out pretty safe. But it was such a good camp. It was good to get out with a different group of lads, and we're mixing a bit of hiking on that one as well. So I think my plan for this year is to get out on a lot more hikes. So if you know any decent spots, whether that's in the Lake District or the Peak District, or just anywhere really in general that's worth taking a visit and a hike and a wild camp, then do let me know in the comments below, because like I say, I really want to get out and do a lot more hiking. But oh man, oh, these are a game changer. See if it focuses. Mate, it's cheese and pickle. They're puckers, they are. Banging. Anyway, I'm gonna get the jet boil out and make a brew. So I'll see you in two. Shit, just dropped one. bang 'em. Right, well, I've just been to the car just to get some extra firewood for tonight because it is dropping cold. Got my jacket on, as you can probably see as well now. But there's quite a lot of people here, to be fair. Quite a busy weekend, which is nice to see for here. Every time I come, maybe one person, 1 or 2 people. So, yeah, so it's really nice to see there's a fair few people here. I was just talking to a couple of lads that are doing a night shoot tonight. So I won't be venturing out, let me say that. But yeah, they were just telling me about a couple of ranges that they shoot at, and I just letting them know that I just started shooting in Barnsley as well, and they were saying, oh, they've heard about the range and that. We're just spinning some dits, but now it's time to get the food on because I'm starving. So as I was saying earlier, we've got a little bit of a stew to cook tonight. I've not really put much in it, to be honest. I'm just going to bang a load of stew mince in, some potatoes, onions, carrots, garlic, and then I'll put some dumplings in. I've got some like seasoning and whatever else as well that I'm going to chuck in. But yeah, best thing about these pots is just wang it all in and just let it simmer for the next few hours. But it's turned out to be quite a nice night. Just while I'm up, I'll give it a quick mix as well. Oh, it's already smelling nice and nothing's even happened. Right, let's get to that time of night now where, hang on a minute, right, well, I was going to say it's that time of night to have a beer, but I've actually got the bottle stuck inside this, so there's only one way I'm going to get this out. It's by stabbing it. So here we go. Hey. There we are. It's got it. What nightmare that were. Won't be doing that again. Oh, fucking hell. The old man brought me this. It's a red berry, sody, whatever. Anyways, it's fucking sour. There's half the can. Look at that I've had to do just to get it out of this. But anyways, put that with gash pile. Put that on the floor. Cheers everyone to another good camp. Man, it's like drinking sweets, but it's actually quite nice as well. Now I think my dumplings are ready, so I'm going to start plating up food. because I'm fucking starving. But covered in it now, brilliant. Oh, bon appetit. Take a ganders of that. Dumplings need a lot longer. Excuse the fingers. Yes. Banging. That's it now. It's been a nice evening, just relaxing by the fire. But it's time to get in the pit. It's definitely a lot colder. I think it's about -1 at the minute. Away from that fire it's absolutely cold, but I've got my trusty hot water bottle for tonight, so and I've got the rab on. But yeah, overall it's been a really nice night. Just nice to chill out and yeah, it's just nice to chill out, unwind and relax. Good to have your own company as well, to be fair. I've been speaking to a few of the lads that are wild camping as well tonight, and looking at some other shelters. But yeah, it's nice to just keep away from all of that and spend a bit of time on yourself as well. But anyways, I'm off to bed, so I'll see you all in the morning. Good morning. I slept like an absolute trooper. My hips are aching a bit from just lying on the deer pelt. I might have to mix it up on the next camp. But perhaps get the blow up bed out again. But yeah, all in all, really good night's sleep. I don't even know what time it is. It's 8:30 in the morning. I think the plan is now busting for a piss, so I'll go to the toilet and then get some breakfast on go. Gagging for a brew. Definitely need a brew. See you in a bit. Now that was an absolute game changer. I haven't shown you the bread making or anything like that, only because I'm going to be making a separate video on that. So to that end, watch that video, because I'm telling you now, it is an absolute banger. Yeah, why I haven't tried it before, or I mean I did it a long time ago, but why I don't do it on most camps, I have no idea. Because it's very simple but very effective. I'm warm, my belly's well fed, and yeah, I see why the outdoor boys do use it quite a lot when he's out camping in Alaska. Yeah, so without that whole being said and done now, what I'm going to do is sort out a bit of camp admin and wrap the video up here. It's been a really good camp. It's nice to see that there's some new faces coming to the woodlands as well. I use this woodlands a lot to test out some of my new gear that I've got before I go out and test them elsewhere and use them. But yeah, all in all, it's really nice to meet some new people, see some new faces, and as much as I'm not like a social animal, it's still good when you're out in the woods to meet people that are like-minded. But yeah, I'm rambling on now. So thanks ever so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure you do like and subscribe if you do enjoy the videos, and yeah, see you soon.